Dillon Gabriel goes down, and the Oklahoma Sooners, they escape in Provo. This has been the story of this team, at least for the past rest of the season. Guys, we got to talk about it. We got to break this down. This is some interesting stuff here. We got to talk about Jackson Arnold coming in for the injured Dillon Gabriel. And then, of course, the defense once again making the necessary stop for the Oklahoma Sooners to get a victory. But before we do that, guys, I want to hear from you. Specifically, I want to hear what y'all's thoughts were around Jackson Arnold coming in and stepping in for the injured Dillon Gabriel. What did you think about his performance? Because when you look at it, this is probably going to be the quarterback you have going into TCU. So, Oklahoma wins this game 31-24. And listen, Oklahoma, this isn't very good. You were favored by 25 points coming into this game. I think when we put out our preview, it was 24 points. But you come into this game, you were 25-point favorite. And listen, your defense was just getting absolutely gashed today. I mean, that's really what it was. BYU gets 18 first downs. They go 5 of 14 on third downs, 3 of 3 on fourth downs. They outgain Oklahoma 390 yards to Oklahoma's 368. They got 173 through the air, 217 on the ground. So maybe where we thought this run game was just really, really good this year, it hasn't shown it over the past back half of the season. So BYU gets their best running game of the season. And if you're an Oklahoma fan, you're walking out of this game a little bit concerned. Here's why. One, you're going into a short week with no Dillon Gabriel potentially, right? You're looking at him with a head injury. That's kind of what I've heard. So you're looking at it maybe a concussion. You're going into TCU. You're not having him. Secondly, your defense once again showed that they cannot stop the run when a team just wants to run the ball on you. Thirdly, when you run the zone defense, your passing defense absolutely is hot garbage. Now, the secondary, they're good. Let them play man. Let them push man. But when you play this zone coverage, I hate to say it, but maybe this defense isn't as far as long as we thought it is. It's improved. The defensive line's improved. Danny Stutzman and some of these linebackers have improved. But where at the beginning of the season, I was telling you, some of us across the industry were telling you, hey, like, this is an elite defense. This is not an elite defense, guys. So let's pump the brakes on saying that. However, there are good things you can take away from this. I mean, just looking at Billy Bowman's pick six that got Oklahoma into this game, right? So you forced 3 turnovers, 3 critical turnovers, right? Forced 2 fumbles. You got the 1 interception that ended up being a 100-yard pick six. So you've done good things. Obviously, the defense isn't where you want it to be, but it can be as long as, you go and you hit the portal really well. I think you're probably going to push some people out, right? You're going to cycle through some guys, and you're going to pull some guys in. Potentially even defensive linemen, because you need more depth there. And I think it showed today. Now, I look at this game and I want to look at Jackson Arnold. So Jackson Arnold at halftime comes in for Dillon Gabriel. Not a lot of people knew what was going on, right? I was told it was a head injury, so I'm not sure how if that's 100% the case, but that's what I was told. So I'm thinking, okay, concussion. So if Dillon Gabriel's got a concussion, I don't expect him to play against TCU. Jackson Arnold's probably your guy until you play a bowl game or go to the Big 12 championship. And Jackson Arnold comes in, goes 5 of 9, 33 yards. He didn't throw a pick, didn't throw a touchdown. He overthrew Nick Anderson, where Nick Anderson was probably 5, 6, 7 yards behind his receiver. So he overthrew that. That could have been a touchdown right there. That could have led Oklahoma fans definitely into the, hey, Jackson Arnold's our guy. But overall, for him being thrown in on the road wasn't like detrimental. Right? Wasn't awful. Usually in these situations when you have a true freshman that gets thrown in on the road like that, especially at quarterback, you expect there to be some problems, right? Jackson Arnold, he looked cool, calm, and composed, but at the same time, he's definitely going to probably need to take all of those first string snaps during practice this week. Let's be honest, I don't think you should play Dillon Gabriel on a short weekend, right? You remember, you got to play on Friday, Black Friday against TCU at home. It's your final game, senior night. It sucks because senior night, Dillon Gabriel probably won't be able to get the start. So Oklahoma, you come in here, Gavin Sawchuk rushes 14 carries, 107 yards, 7.6 yard average. Guys, I still have questions around Jeff Lebby now, because in this game, there were times where you took Gavin Sawchuk out of the game when you should have left him in there because the man was running the ball. What are you doing? Fix it. It's not that hard. If your running back is running the ball well, keep feeding him the ball. He averaged 7.6 yards an average. Then, not to mention, you get down in the goal line and you don't put Tawi Walker in there and feed him the ball to get a touchdown. Jeff Lebby, what are you doing? This is how Oklahoma has lost games. And you're lucky that Oklahoma was able to escape today because the defense were able to force 3 turnovers. I mean, BYU had a chance to go up by 7 before Billy Bowman got that pick 6. Jeff Lebby has to run the ball when your running backs are running well. And when you're in those goal line situations and you're down there in the red zone, put Tawi Walker in. That man's going to score for you. But this has been the frustration for Oklahoma fans. You call jet sweeps. They don't work. And yet you keep calling them. You get in the red zone and you don't feed your running backs. You take your running backs out on key opportunities. Where the hell has Jaden Gibson been? 2 receptions, 82 yards, 1 touchdown today. Where has he been all season? This is what Oklahoma fans are upset about. Fix it. And I'm sure everybody watching this, they're going to say the same thing. So Oklahoma, they escaped 31-24. You're outgained in time of possession. You're outgained in total yards. You force 3 turnovers. You do what you need to win the game. But if you're going back to Norman, you've got a lot to fix this week going up against TCU. You've got a lot to fix. You've got to get Jackson Arnold all of the reps. TCU is a dangerous team. They're a team that is going to kill you with a dual threat quarterback. They're going to run the ball on you, and their quarterback can pass. TCU got some good transfer portal wide receivers. They've had some injuries this year. They've been down. You have an opportunity to go out 10-2, which is where we expected you as a good team to be by the end of the season, right? When we looked at this team preseason, we said 10-2. You have an opportunity to get there. Now, it's off season. You've got a crap ton of stuff to clean up, and mainly Jeff Lebby's play calling. The defense will come in time. Like I said, I think we maybe overreacted. It's not elite, but also at the same time, it's not bad. They're somewhere in the middle. You have this defense with the Lincoln Riley teams, you probably win a national championship or 2. So, guys, I want to hear from you. I want to hear what y'all's thoughts are. Obviously, you can tell I'm frustrated. We will have another video for you guys on either late Sunday afternoon, or Monday coming out about this one with Jay over at Unfair Sports. Once you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe button, share your thoughts and frustrations with me in the comments.